Hello everyone. The idea just struck me a little bit ago to do a video about my video recording setup for anyone who's curious how I do this. I'm fairly new to this. I actually learned about this software from another YouTuber. You can probably tell by the small image. It's on my second screen, but it's going to be kind of just to the right of center in the video near the top. That's the recording software. It's called Open Broadcaster Studio. It's a free program, and there's actually another YouTuber that did an excellent tutorial on that. Anyway, so the first thing I normally do, since the videos I'm recording right now are a game called Fallout New Vegas, is obviously start the game, which, as you could probably tell if you saw that little pop-up go by, it runs through Steam. And then load up my saved game. And then what I did is just pause the game and then hit Alt-Tab to come back to Open Broadcaster Studio. Because here's the point at which, if I were recording an actual video, which I'm going to do in a moment so that I have one to upload to YouTube and edit so that I can show you the rest of this process. Anyway, in that case, what I would be doing at this point is hitting Start Recording, but obviously I've already started recording. And then, once I start recording, I'd simply switch back to the game, take off the pause screen, and start giving my intro, which if you've watched any of my videos on, well, any of the videos I've uploaded so far, you should be hearing that same intro, unless I made a mistake on one of them and haven't noticed yet. Alright, so I just recorded a video of myself playing Fallout New Vegas, and obviously I couldn't record that at the same time as recording this, so kind of, I described before I stopped this recording, or I guess it would be the previous segment of this video, how I started in on that one, and then when I finished, I just basically paused the game, Alt-Tab back to this Open Broadcaster software, and then click Stop Recording. And then the next step is to upload it to YouTube. Well, test video I did a moment ago. Well, more than a moment ago. Okay, so we say upload, and then well, let me back up a step. If you go here and say open recordings folder, it opens this, which I just leave open. Now I just grab the one I want, which in this case, the large file is the recording of me playing the video game. This one is the previous segment of this video, and this one is the segment I'm recording right now, which it obviously hasn't saved to disk yet because it's showing 0 kilobytes. So I'll grab the one that's the game, drag it over to YouTube, and then, as you may have noticed in the sticky note up here in the corner, I have the title. Copy and paste in here, add unedited so I don't get them mixed up. In case you're wondering, I do my editing on YouTube. Let's see. Now, if I had written the description, it would be right here, and then I would just copy and paste this in here. However, since I haven't wrote it yet, I'll do that off camera so that you're not just having to, I think it would be fairly boring to watch me type up a description of a video, and I'm sure you all know how to copy and paste from a sticky note program, which this one I used originally when I installed it because I could set it to remain in front of all other windows. So for example, not have that happen where it disappears behind. Apparently I turned that off, unless, I I guess it's possible that feature stopped working. But I think more likely I turned it off and just don't remember doing so. Other than that, it's about the same as the one built into Windows. Let me bring up its About screen. Let me minimize this so it's probably easier to focus on. Let's see. Boy, that is a very detailed screen. A lot of people involved in making this. Let's see. Okay, yeah, the link here, www.zhornsoftware.co.uk. If anyone wants this program, or frankly, probably just search for, I guess that's Zorn, Z-H-O-R-N, Wikis. Probably do the trick. That's just one program I use. Let's see, this upload's probably going to be going on. Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and stop recording because there's no point in just sitting here and watching the upload progress, because once the upload finishes, then YouTube has to process it, which the time for that, in my opinion, varies. I haven't taken a stopwatch to it, but I mean, somebody tell me if it's 100% consistent, but maybe it's the length of my videos that vary. I don't know. Anyway, when that's all done, I'll be back to record the next segment of this video. Alright, so I happened to come back right as the upload was finishing. In fact, it just finished, so literally like the first 5 seconds of this video are the upload finishing. Now it's processing. And I just realized that, well, two things. One, I'm not sure how well it will work, because as you can probably notice, this is a pretty wide video because it's both of my screens. And the next step is, in my case, is editing. I use YouTube's video editor. I mean, gaming is a challenge for this laptop. I'm just doing this as a hobby. If I was doing it professionally, I'd definitely buy a more appropriate system for the job. Anyway, and that's primarily done on the left screen, so in order to make it easier to see, I'm going to do that as a separate video, because I'm not quite sure if going from this, which is, let me see here, that in my notes, 2720 by 1024 in order to cover all of both screens, which is kind of an odd resolution. I did a test video because I wasn't sure YouTube would even accept an upload at that odd resolution. I was just like, that's not a standard that I'm aware of, so I'll give it a test run. Anyway, and that video is not published, so I mean, if someone really wants to see it, I can make it public, but it's literally just a 30-second test. Basically, it looks about like this, because I didn't have anything up on this screen, and I had just the typical junk open on the other screen. I was referring to the left screen when I said this screen, and then the right screen when I said other screen. Well, practice makes perfect. This is my first video not in Fallout New Vegas, so, well, not counting test videos that I haven't really shared with anybody. So, yeah, I'm sure I'll get better at this as I go along. As you can see, YouTube is still processing, so, I mean, I'm actually surprised because I'm sure their servers are incredibly powerful. And the video is about 30 minutes long, so my guess before I ever started doing this was that, it would probably chew through it in a couple minutes. Well, obviously I was wrong. Of course, I know nothing about what the processing is doing, what kind of work it's doing. That's just not my area of expertise. Anyway, let me see here. I think that pretty much covers video recording. I guess if not, I'll come back and add a part 4. Otherwise, I hope everyone enjoyed this video. And by the way, when I said part 4, this will look like one video. Well, it'll be put together on YouTube as one video. but I recorded it in 3 separate stages so far. So this is the end of the 3rd stage, as I'm thinking will be the end of the video. So I hope everyone enjoyed this or learned something from it or both, and you all have a good day.